I wanted to share some information on YouTube on removing the front wheel off of a Kawasaki 2008. This happens to be a 1600. I had to get a new front tire. The shop asked me to just take the wheel in, and I'd never done that before, but as it turns out, it's not a bad procedure whatsoever. It's pretty easy to do. So the first thing you want to do, obviously, is lift the bike up front end, and I did that just with a standard motorcycle jack. And the next step you want to do while the tire and everything's on there, obviously it's not there now, but I just thought I'd help out here. You want to go ahead and loosen these two bolts that you'll have to loosen with an Allen wrench. And what that does is it just pinches the axle in place, so it keeps it nice and tight in there. But you do have to loosen those before you can loosen your axle. Now the other problem I ran into is the axle itself has a pretty big opening, as you can see, and I didn't have a tool big enough that would just go in there so I could loosen it. And obviously when it's in place going through your wheel, you can see it just goes right through there, through the wheel, and of course that tightens down all the way till it's flush. But I didn't have anything to take it out with, so I went online, and there was a guy that had shared some information and said to just take a large bolt, which I did, and the head of it was too big to go into that opening, so I had to file it down with I put it on the vise and just filed it down each side until I got a good fit. And as you can see, I've got a good fit in there now. And then with the two nuts that are on the end, you could take your wrench and obviously you can just loosen it with that. So ended up being pretty simple. You want to put a couple of nuts on the end like that so it'll give you something to turn. So like I said, just file that down. It makes it pretty easy. Now before you take the axle completely out from the wheel, like I said, it just turns as so or such. And before you do that, you want to go ahead and get your calipers out of the way, because if you leave your calipers in place, they're going to scratch your wheel when you try to drop that wheel. So you'll just need to loosen these two. There's two bolts that go in there, also by Allen wrench. Once you loosen them or take them off, then your caliper comes right off the rotor, and you just need to get it out of the way. So that's what I did. I put one, wrapped it in a shop towel, and just put it right there on top of my motor. And I took the other one and just placed it on top of the bench there. So everything's still connected. So once I get my tire put on and get my wheel back onto the motorcycle, then you just want to slip those calipers right back over the rotor and tighten them up again, and then you want to go ahead and get your axle tightened up, and then you want to make sure the tires rolling freely after you've done that, and then you want to tighten up these bolts again, make sure all of it's tight and snug, and it should be good to go. So anyway, I just thought that might be some helpful information. These are the caliper bolts here, and these are just spacers that went on the ends of the axle or go into the wheel, so it fits the axle better. So anyway, just all you're going to really need is a wrench, your tool, homemade tool, or if you want to go buy one and spend a bunch of money, go ahead. And then just the wrench and the Allen wrenches and the tool, and really that's it. So hopefully that helped out. Good luck, and I might go ahead and do another one after or as I'm putting the wheel back on, but hopefully that'll help out. Thanks.